Hi, and welcome to the Holly C Podcast, a show about expressing your brilliance with ease and flow. I'll show you how to take the woo-woo out of the clouds and apply it to real life for effortless action. This show is for world changers and future world changers, so if you know there's more to life and you're wondering what's next, this is your show. Hi, I'm Holly, your host. I'm a speaker, author, teacher of health, vitality, and spirituality, and also a dragon spirit guide. Today's episode, we're going to look at the question of how do you focus on the positive when there are overwhelming problems in the world? If you're only focused on what's positive, then how do you address the problems? Are you burying your head in the sand? This is a paradox that has caused me to wonder at times, and I've seen on Facebook friends posting things about how it's quote-unquote privilege to be able to just focus on the positive, and that people who are quote-unquote spiritual are actually ignoring problems and not addressing things, and that they're acting in an entitled manner to do so. So this is a big topic to tackle, and we're going to enter the dragon spirit space to get clarity on this issue. For those of you new to my podcast, I'll explain what the dragon spirit space is and also what dragon spirit is. So first, what is dragon spirit? Well, dragon spirit is not an entity or spirit outside of yourself. Everyone has a dragon spirit within them. And what it is that voice within that connects you with your highest guidance. So it's like your intuition, your gut feeling, and it's a quiet voice that we often don't hear. And I was instructed by my inner guidance, my dragon spirit, to call it dragon spirit, because people are too serious when it comes to spirituality and tuning into their inner guidance. By calling it dragon spirit, this evokes the energy of adventure and exploration and play, and that energy is what sparks imagination. And we've all heard how powerful imagination is. So we're going to enter the dragon spirit space, and what that is I tune into my dragon spirit, which connects with the universe, which we are all connected, so I'm connecting with your energy and your dragon spirit, your heart and soul. And through this connection, I can hold space for you to receive wisdom and clarity from your soul. Because what stops us from hearing this guidance is our minds. There's too much chattering, too much monkey mind, too much analysis. And when you enter the dragon spirit space, this is when the mind can settle down and be quiet enough so that you can hear wisdom from the universe yourself. So it's not about me telling you what the universe has to say. It's about me guiding you into the space where you can hear and feel this guidance yourself. So sometimes messages will come through that I need to pass along, but most of the time it's about empowering you to hear your own wisdom, to hear your own dragon spirit. So let's enter the dragon spirit space, and we're going to do this by taking 3 dragon breaths. And the way to do this is you're going to put your hand on your heart, bring your awareness to your heart and your chest, and we're going to take 3 breaths, and you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, if you feel like letting out a sigh or sound like a ha as you do so, feel free to do that. So let's begin. Hand on your heart. Allow the energy in your stomach to settle down, releasing any tension, and breathe in. So breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Ha. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Here's the answer to the contradiction. You focus on the positive to raise your vibration. By raising your vibration, it's like you're putting up an antenna to connect with your heart and soul, your inner wisdom, to quiet your mind, and to tune in to your imagination. Breathe in through your nose. Easy, relaxed breath out through your nose this time. And if you want, you can place your hand in your lap. No need to keep it on your chest any longer. Breathe in through your nose and easy, relaxed breath out through your nose. So engage your mind here. Now consider, what is the paradox? The paradox is that quote-unquote spiritual people are ignoring the world's problems by focusing only on the positive. Therefore, they ignore what's going on outside of themselves and only focus on themselves. Perhaps they're being selfish, they're sticking their head in the sand, and they're not addressing any of these overwhelming problems that we face in the world. So by overwhelming, let's give some examples. Climate change, scarcity of resources, running out of water, pollution, political differences, war, famine, suffering, inequality, injustice, conspiracy theories, lone gunmen, crime, the breakdown of society, suicide rates going up, indifference. Breathe in through your nose and try to relax as you breathe out. One or more of these issues causes you great angst. In fact, most of them cause you angst. And try as you may to want to stay positive, it's not easy to do so with all of this weighing on your mind. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Raising your vibration gives you access to solutions that you cannot access when you are in a state of fear. So the things that you are aware of, the problems that you already know exist, they're not going to disappear from your mind. You know they exist. So no amount of vision boarding, going la 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 affirmations is going to undo that knowledge. You're not going to suddenly have amnesia. So why are there people then saying that focusing only on the positive is selfish, entitled, privileged? Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Because that's their perspective. But what is your perspective? Tune in to your heart and soul. Does your heart and soul say focus on the problems all of the time? Does your heart and soul say the solution lies in being in a state of angst, in a state of fear? Or does the solution come from connecting with your true self, with the energy that you are, with your connection with everyone else on this planet and every being in the universe. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Is the solution found through division, or is the solution found through connection? Is the solution found in fear, or is the solution found in love? Breathe in through your nose. Easy, relaxed breath out. So there is no paradox if you do not take on other people's perspectives. They can have their perspectives. It doesn't mean their perspective is wrong, but it doesn't mean their perspective is right for you. It may be right for them. It may be wrong for them. But if you are not feeling that perspective yourself, for you to force yourself to take on that perspective would make it the wrong perspective for you. Are you following along now? Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. You know the solution that you seek is not just one solution. You know that all of the world's problems, you are not responsible for coming up with a solution for every single one of them. That would be like going to a family reunion where various aunts and uncles, siblings, nephews, cousins, pets of nephews, cousins, siblings, aunts and uncles have assorted issues going on. Maybe one relative needs a new roof. Their roof is leaking. Another relative has health issues. Another one has love life problems. Another one has problems going on in their love life. Another has problems going on in their sex life. Another one is losing their hair and wants to stop that. One has financial problems. Another can't decide which dress to wear to the prom. Are you the one to solve every single one of those problems? No. Are you there to ignore every single one of those problems? No. But you focus on your area of expertise. Perhaps you are a fashion designer. Then very clearly you would be a good person to consult about what to wear to the prom. Different people have different areas of expertise to address what's going on in the family. And so it is with planet Earth. Each person holds a puzzle piece. Each person can see just that perspective of the puzzle piece they hold. But if the people come together, intermingle amongst one another, listen to different perspectives, just talk with each other, be aware of each other, feel connected with each other, then they will start to naturally congregate to other people who hold puzzle pieces that connect with their own puzzle piece. So that, and this is happening right now, all of these different people are coming together, putting down their puzzle pieces, comparing them with each other, and realizing that they can interlock them. And so all through the planet, all through the universe, little pieces of puzzle pieces are coming together, forming bigger pictures. And if you've ever done a jigsaw puzzle, you know that the more pieces you put together, the easier it is to add more pieces, and the picture of the puzzle becomes clearer. So no single person holds all of the puzzle pieces. Each holds a piece. And what you must do then is to raise your vibration so that you can tune in to the energy of the other people who hold the piece of the puzzle that connects with yours. And you may wonder then, what about people who are in a quote-unquote lower vibration, in a darker vibration? Are they all congregating too? And if they're all congregating, how can you overcome that? Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. May we remind you that you only can see what is in that puzzle piece that you hold. What you may see as darkness may be the trigger to flip on the light switch of humanity. But you only have one piece, so you can't see it all right now. But perhaps you are only 2 to 3 puzzle piece connections away from seeing. So we ask, set aside your angst. Set aside your fear. Go forth with the intention to make connections. And in these connections, you'll start to see more and more the solution. You'll have a bigger picture view. You'll understand what's going on at a higher level. And there will be more than one mind joined together to work. And this is the phrase the universe wants to pass along, to work to save humanity. How many of you are triggered by that? How many of you are comforted by that? Recognize that that is just a perspective. Because the universe wants you to know that you do not need saving. Breathe in through your nose into your heart. Allow your heart to open like a flower blossoming. And feel the connection of your heart energy to the universe, expanding, setting the intention to connect with those who have puzzle pieces that join with yours. And do you feel the calm, the energy of reassurance, the peacefulness, the connection? And in that feeling is a knowing and a sense of power, self-power, confidence, optimism, faith, hope, trust. It doesn't mean you don't do anything, but it means you have this energy underlying everything you do. And it makes you immensely more powerful, effective, and solution-oriented. It calms your fears. It releases the worry. It helps you alleviate the pain you feel inside so that you can get it done. Get what needs to be done, done. And on that note, we will exit the dragon spirit space. But remember that feeling in your heart of reassurance, of trust, and use that to support you. Just as if you were at a family reunion, no one would expect you to be 100% focused on solving everyone's problems throughout the entire party. It's a party. You can't solve from a place of somber seriousness all the time. That weighs you down. Remember that the joy and the play and enjoyment and appreciation of beauty and self-nurturing and self-love helps lift your spirits. Do not deny yourself joy, because your own suffering will only add to the suffering of the world. But when you allow yourself to feel joy, give yourself permission to feel joy without feeling guilty about feeling joy. You shine a light. You're a beacon. It's like you're holding up your puzzle piece and more people can see your puzzle piece and connect with it. So let's exit the dragon spirit space with 3 dragon breaths. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. Ha. And again in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Ha. And once more in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Ah. So I'm just getting asked by the universe to kind of summarize the key takeaway points from the dragon spirit meditation. And this is what I'm going to take away from it. 1, that yes, there's going to be people who feel that raising your vibration and focusing on the positive is a selfish thing to do. But that's their perspective, and they are entitled to that perspective. What matters is your perspective on it. Do you want to hold that perspective? In the dragon spirit space, while we were in that energy of connection with the universe, did that feel like truth to you? And if it didn't, then don't put any more thought into it. The other takeaway is that we are needing to release fear and guilt and negative emotions because we don't allow ourselves to feel joy as much as we could. Somehow we think that suffering along with everyone else is a good thing. But if we're suffering, then we're contributing more suffering in the world. Because we're one more person who's suffering. So that's what I mean by there's more suffering in the world. When we raise our vibration, we're more in tune, like we're on the same frequency of the energy of the universe. And that's when the imagination is activated. That's when those serendipitous connections are made with other people. And the message the universe really wants to emphasize in terms of taking action is to be on the lookout for connection. Connection with other people. Connection with yourself, a connection with the universe, but really people that you can connect with. And then through these connections, you'll find those people who have the other piece of the puzzle that snaps in with yours. And by being open to the connection, the pieces are going to come together faster. The other thing the universe wants to pass along is to reassure you that all is not lost, all is not hopeless. That what you may see as darkness, to remind you again that you don't have the whole picture. The picture is forming, and soon you'll have a higher perspective of it. But until then, have more faith and trust. Because that energy of faith and trust will also help to raise your vibration. So that was a really interesting Dragon Spirit meditation. I'm still kind of digesting it, but it makes sense to me. Like even intellectually. Like I felt it in my body, but my mind's kind of mulling over it right now and going, yeah, that kind of makes sense. So again, just a reminder, be on the lookout for connection. And when opportunities to connect come up, follow through on them. So I thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. You can find every episode on my website at www.hollyc.com. And C is spelled TSE, so it's HOLLYTSE.com. And speaking of connecting, I invite you to connect with me through my Dragon Spirit Weekly Wisdom newsletter, which you can also sign up for on my website at hollyc.com. So until we reconnect again, bye for now.